moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3 down. I got you, 45.
A quick throw there out to Williams. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Second down 6 at the 35-yard line.
Now, 180. Yo.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Carr. And he's got his man on the out route. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
Now. 180. We're good. 180.
On 1st down, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
And he will find his man on the outside. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
93.
From the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Flush to his right. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
They still playing soccer. Hey, what?
From the gun, Mayfield. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? First down, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Brought me to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Hey, alert! My God.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. They run again on first down, Chubb. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go. Big time.
To throw, Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
I like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr. escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
At the Browns' 44-yard line.
Down. 185.
In your face.
637.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, he's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, Haywood.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught, Beckham. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Chubb. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Corey Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on second and long. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Carr. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
180. You're not ready. You're not ready. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
On first and 10, Mayfield. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Hey, Charlie.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Go. Go. Hey, 58 is a mic.
Mayfield down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
He's checking crap. Hey, 734.
To throw, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. To try again after the sack. Carr under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
We want this. Hey, orbit.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Catch made here by Campbell. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, zoom. Real. Let's go.
Here's Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Past the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
6-18.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
180.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the...
Pistol.
Let's get off.
Bravo.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 16.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me. Trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hey, one alert! Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. 3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line.
I got you.
And a give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Chubb uses the stiff arm. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload that you and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st down, Grant. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Grant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that will extend this big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
That ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Carr out of throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
180.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, wahoo!
Silver.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. This is caught. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
180.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they taste...
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.